morning. All right, come with me while I do some food things. It is noon and I gotta hustle. I got a call at 1. My camera's not focusing. We're running around getting things done. I wanted to start doing more documentation of what I'm going through as far as weight and food and all these things. I feel like I'm in a really great place right now. I just have a challenge with losing weight. And so I want to share my journey because I'm going to figure this thing out. The reason I'm saying it this way is because I have a lot of challenges physically. And some of you might know about all this, but you know, I've had 3 kids. I had a twin pregnancy. I had high cholesterol. I've been on medications for cancer treatment, which was back in 2021. I had breast cancer and I successfully beat that, but now I'm on cancer prevention meds, and it's the cancer prevention meds that are like weight gain causing type medication, right? And I refuse to believe that it's not possible to lose weight on these things. I know I can, I have, but I want to continually go down, 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 down to my goal of around 125 to start, which is my pre-pregnancy weight, 123, 125, and then my lifetime goal is 110. So for those of you who are thinking, oh girl, just let it go, it's fine, all that, it's just the way I want my body to be, right? So, and it's okay to have a goal, right? And it's okay to be working towards something, and it doesn't mean that we obsess. It means that it's important to us, right? So that's where I am right now. I want to share with you the process because I have been stuck around 150 for a long, long, long time. And I've gone up and down 5-10 pounds for a long, long time. And now I feel like I've got things set as far as brain stuff goes. And I had to do a lot of work on that. Mainly liking salads again. That took me years to be really into salads again. And so that is sort of the number one, you know, it's not a joke when Dr. Furman says the salad is the main dish. Like, that's the most important part of it because greens are the way to lose weight. But we have to wrap our head around how to do that with busy lives, how to do that when there's a bunch of much tastier food around and much quicker calories and things like that. So that's what I've been working on for the last few years. I feel like I'm there now. I feel like I'm happy to be nutritarian again. Definitely whole foods, plant-based, and working, you know, I'm not really doing any junk food at all, which has been a process for me to work through and be done with it. Even though we have quite a bit of junk at the house, that's what I've really been working on, is being stronger around those kinds of things. That's where we are. So I'm going to share with you, how do I actually lose weight? And I don't actually know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to document it for you. What did I eat today? Well, I started with, this is my matcha tea. It was just soy milk, a little bit of date syrup, some matcha powder, some cinnamon, and it was hot and I only drank about half of it because I had to go bring the kids to school. And then when I got back, I wanted to finish my workout, so I went for a walk for an hour. Another thing that has been consistent in times where I'm losing weight is if I walk an hour every day. And so I'm going to start that again, but it's hard because I'm also doing weight training to also try to increase metabolism, but also because I have a bit of osteopenia in my spine and my hip from this medication that I'm taking. So I've been working on weight training as well, so it just makes it takes up a lot of time for me to do my workouts in the morning. So I've been doing, now I'm going to be walking again, doing some Tracy Anderson workouts, which I think are really great for muscle building and toning and things like that, as well as I'm starting some martial arts self-defense kind of stuff. I've been working on that for a little while, but I'm not strong enough to do judo, which I was doing for a little bit. So I'm working to train more weight stuff so that I can do judo again. But in the meantime, I'm doing like I'm gonna start tomorrow actually a sort of a mixed martial arts class and then a kickboxing class and things like that. So that's kind of my goal, is to learn to fight. That might sound weird, but it's something I've always wanted to learn, and also I want my girls to learn it too. And if not fight, at least to get away from an attacker or something. I know maybe that sounds dramatic or something, but that's a skill that I think we should all have. Anyways, so that's a goal of mine. It's one of my new goals, and that's why I'm doing the training and stuff that I'm doing. And because also, you know, weight training helps with metabolism, things like that as well. So let's just try to put it all together and see what we can do. So I'm going to be sharing with you what is challenging me, what's going on, what I'm eating, and I'm going to try to do it on a week-to-week basis. So let's start. So I had the matcha tea, took my girls to school, came back, I did my walk. I went out for a walk, and then I did my Tracy Anderson workout. I only got about 45 minutes of it done, but it was enough. I quickly made a piece of toast with almond butter and bananas. It was Ezekiel toast, about 1 tablespoon of almond butter, and then half a banana I sliced up and put on there. I scarfed that down, went into the shower, went on for my call, and here I am hungry again. So I'm gonna quickly make my warm apple cinnamon smoothie, which is my favorite winter smoothie. If you think that's weird, that's okay. Many people try it and they love it. I just love to be able to have greens in a smoothie during the winter and not be freezing cold. So I'm gonna make the smoothie now. I'm gonna just make 1 glass of it, a 30-ounce glass, and then I'm gonna do juice when I get hungry again, because I already have some juice. I have to make it and use it up because it's been in there forever. And then I have a salad that I have already made. I'm making these ahead of time this week. Where is it? Here. So I can just like grab salad and go. I made like a little bit of salad topper, which is just like cranberries and then a bunch of nuts and seeds. And then I'm using my regular tahini and balsamic vinegar, sweet balsamic vinegar, not just regular balsamic, like the thicker syrupy one. That's the plan for today. Maybe I'll have some fruit with the salad at the end. We have these really yummy mandarins right now. And I got these too at Whole Foods. They're actually really, really yummy. They're from Brazil, but they actually taste like nice and crunchy. They taste like a cross between peanuts and almonds. It's so fun. I love them, but I'm trying not to eat too many of them because they're really yummy, but I don't eat too many. They're just a nice little thing to have. That's the plan for today. I will check in soon. So good. And here we are. Sorry for chewing in your face. I'm having salad. It's a nutritarian sized salad. This bowl is massive. It's really heavy. It's the leftover. What I had left of my salad that I had made this week. It worked so well to fill this like I had been doing a couple months ago. Just with the salad part, and then make a topper and the beans in a separate container, because beans can go off if you don't eat them quickly, and they're horrible when they go off. But the salad lasts for quite a while, so that was awesome. I'm gonna keep doing that. I also made the veggies that I had meant to juice like a million times for the last week and a half or week or something. I got rid of the ones that were rotten. The bok choy wasn't so hot anymore, and then I did the carrot juice and the celery, and it tasted horrible. So I added some lemon packet stuff that I have when I don't have actual lemons, because we're getting groceries today. And I had to add just a little tiny bit of agave nectar, like 1 teaspoon, because oh my god, it was just horrible. And then it was delicious, and I drank the whole thing real quick. So here is lunch, and I'll have this to finish after my meetings. So it'll be all good. All right, my day is ending. It is 7:50 p.m. Just finishing my salad. I had to really think if I wanted to finish the salad because it's late and I didn't want to eat too late. But last week I had a really tough time. If I was doing intermittent fasting, like let's say I had my lunch pretty late, around 3 or 4 or even 5, and I was quite full from it. If I got hungry again, I wouldn't just get a little bit hungry, I would get starved, like a very, very painful starved. And I would just be forced to go downstairs and eat. And then I would end up eating too much because I would eat something quick that wasn't planned, like my kids' pancakes or something like that. And I would just eat too many of them. Or a bunch of fruit. The other night I had a ton of fruit and some nuts and stuff, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna plan in a dinner that I'm gonna eat without fail. And that hasn't happened, but I do have the plan. So yesterday I was able to not eat in the evenings because I ate, I can't remember, maybe it was my big salad or something. It was like 4 or 5, something like that. So it lasted and I was fine. But then this morning I hadn't lost any weight. Actually, I was up a tiny bit, like maybe a half a pound, like 150.5 or something like that. So then today I've, you know, stuck to my plan and everything's been fine. But the timing of everything was such that I was worried that I would get starved about now. Like maybe 9 o'clock or something. I thought I would get starved because I had been getting so starved, not just 8, like 9 or 10, and I would go eat late. So I didn't want to eat late today. And I think a lot of that starved thing had to do with like blood sugar issues because I was just eating crap. Like I was not eating a lot of really good stuff for a little while there. And so I think that starved thing came from that, which I believe is probably sorted by now, but I didn't want, like last week when that was happening, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make sure that I eat something so that I don't go through that again because I don't want to be eating crap. I want to be eating healthy stuff. And so I was like, temporarily, I'm just going to make sure that I'm not hungry at like 8 or something so that I don't get starved by 9 or 10. So the plan was to make sure I finish what's on my plan, right? It didn't matter really what time it was. I just wanted to finish what was on my plan so at least it'd be totally nutritarian because I didn't want to eat a bunch of junk. So that brings me to today, which was a tough decision because I wasn't starved after this last call. It's like 7 something when I got off the call and I wasn't starved, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be crazy starved at 10 p.m. tonight and I don't want to risk it. So ultimately decided to finish my salad because I was gonna put it in the fridge and finish it, but I ultimately decided to have it now. And oh my gosh, it's delicious. It's so good. It's basically the salad I make all the time, but it's so yummy. Yeah, so I just decided to do that. We'll see what happens on the scale tomorrow. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of in data collection mode right now because I haven't really had straight nutritarian eating. But one thing I suspect is that the blood sugar issues are taken care of now. So actually, I think even if I hadn't eaten, I wouldn't get starved tonight, but I don't want to risk it. I'm going to give this a few more days for my blood sugar to kind of calm down from eating, you know, a lot of like bread and chocolate and things like that the couple weeks before, because I know that once you get over this hump of the blood sugar stuff and you know, getting a lot of fiber, a lot of nutrients and stuff, you don't really get starved much anymore. And I did have my big huge carrot juice right before this and that was awesome. I actually really like, that was kind of an accident. I just had to get rid of that juice, but I actually really liked and I did this the other day too. I had my juice before my salad, which isn't a normal thing. Normally I would try to have my salad and then finish it off with juice, but it worked really well to like have the juice and then have the salad. So that actually might be like sort of a new protocol that I'm testing. Yeah, and then I'm just thinking in my head right now when I'm gonna make my next salad because I need to go for a walk during the day tomorrow because I'm wanting to do a walk plus some kind of like strength training thing. And tomorrow I have a class, I think it's, I don't know if it's Wing Chun or if it's like Wing Chun, that's like Chinese martial art, or if it's like the mixed martial arts class, I'm not sure, but I'm doing that at 9, which means I only have an hour after I drop the kids to do whatever, which I was gonna take a quick walk, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll do the walk later in the day and then I'll make my salad at 8. Yeah, that's what I'll do, because then I have to leave about 1/2 so that should be enough time. If I get the kids to school on time, that'll give me a good 30 minutes to make my salad and have that ready to go, which will be good for the next 3-4 days. Yeah, this is what we have to do, right? Is think through how we're gonna make this stuff work. When are we gonna plan stuff out? When are we gonna have time to make the salad ahead of time? And then the only other challenge is just doing it when we planned, right? But we get better and better at that as we go. So that's the update. See you later. Well, good morning. All right, this is a trend. Why don't we get ready with me? Okay, so next day here, I'm just gonna set you down while I do my makeup because I need to get moving here and I wanted to multitask and record a video at the same time. So I'm gonna do this and I won't be looking at you while I do this, but because I need to get ready for a meeting. So I wanted to update you on what happened yesterday and then this morning on the scale, just to kind of keep the flow going here, which is what I plan to keep doing. Yesterday went well. As you know, I was hemming and hawing about whether to eat my salad, like finish my salad last night, I do believe that I'm out of the woods when it comes to my glucose right now. So I think I can probably deal with a little bit more hunger than I was able to last week. Now it's something interesting to keep in mind, because I've heard this from a lot of people that they just feel constantly hungry. That's a signal. It's a signal that some hormone stuff is out of whack. Now, usually when people consider that they have out of whack hormones, they think, I gotta see a doctor, right? I need to get my stuff checked, see where I'm at, get some medication to put things in order. That's what people think. But a lot of the times what happens is it's just the sort of glucose leptin ghrelin thing, right? Meaning your hunger and satiety is kind of messed up a little bit because your glucose is maybe out of control, or just not, you know, you're insulin sensitive. Was that the word? Insulin resistant. So it's just about getting that connection back into place, okay? And so what I'm saying is I believe that connection is back for me now, because I was not starved last night, even though I didn't finish my salad. Because those days before I had been like ravenous and I could not function without eating right before bed. So I was trying to get that timing right, but then yesterday I feel like it kind of resolved itself because I don't think I needed the salad. Now, the thing that I think I'm missing, now I'll just give you the update of what happened this morning. So what happened this morning was, got on the scale and I was feeling like, I had a little bit of kind of this like panicky feeling, a little bit of a panic last night, thinking, not panic, but like kind of that excitement that you get when you, sorry for the interruptions. This is real life. Oh my gosh, I'm out of control. This idea of like when you feel like you're doing really well and you do really well one day, and then you're hoping for the scale to corroborate your effort the day before. So like when you get up, you're like, I want to see some weight loss, right? And so I had that kind of a burst of energy yesterday. I remember it was at around like 6 o'clock or something, where I was like, ooh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna have lost weight. I just know it. And I noticed that, right? And I was like, whoa, there's me really relying on the scale for my emotional, response. So I was like, okay, let me pull back from that. That's not how I want to be thinking. I want to be thinking that no matter what, what happens on the scale tomorrow, it's all just data, and I'm just figuring this thing out, and we just kind of stay on the same path no matter what it says. And I was like, because you know what? Things are a little wonky right now, and I don't actually know what the scale's gonna say. Like, I'm hoping that it's gonna be good news, because I did edit my protocol a bit. Like, I did less dates in my smoothie, less fruit. I changed my salad a little bit. I didn't have soup. So I felt like I had this story in my head that like I was working really hard yesterday, so then I needed a reward for it. And then I was like, whoa, no I don't, stop that. I noticed that because so many times when we have this built up in our head of, oh, I'm gonna lose weight tomorrow because I did so great today, whatever, that's not good energy. Meaning that's not the right place to be going from when it comes to this whole journey. No matter where you are, if it's just about weight loss or whatever, if we have that sort of excitement, energy, and that's the way that we get this thing done, we're always going to have to be in push, excitement, energy to keep going. And what we really want is just calm, collected, peaceful. This is just what I do. I just eat well because it feels good, right? And gain weight today, or I maintain, or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep going. And the idea of so the big thing that was hitting me yesterday was when I noticed myself in this energy about the scale, I was like, oh, right. That's always what throws me off, because if I get on the scale tomorrow morning and it doesn't say what I want it to, then I'm gonna start overeating that day because I'm so annoyed because I worked so hard and I should get some kind of a result, right? So I pulled it back last night, where I was like, nope, we're not gonna get all excited about the scale no matter what. Like, if the scale says something fun in the morning, we're not gonna get excited. We're just gonna be like, okay, now what? Now we just do the same thing. So this brings me to what did actually happen last night. The scale did not have good news. I was maybe up a half a pound, I'm not sure. And also I was frustrated. I was really frustrated when I got on the scale because I was like, dang it, you know, same thing I just said. I felt like I worked really hard. I went for a walk. So I felt like I should have had some reward, right? And I got on the scale and it hadn't changed at all, or it went up a tiny bit. I'm not sure, can't really tell on my scale because it's just analog, but so I was really frustrated and I'm like, dang it. And then the next thought that always comes in my head is, who cares? I'm still gonna eat healthy, right? Like this doesn't change anything. That's the thought that I always have after I get off the scale, is this doesn't change anything. And I love that thought because what I mean by that is I'm not gonna alter my protocol just because I didn't lose weight. Like I'm not gonna go off and eat a bunch of crap and be like, I don't wanna call myself careful because that like sort of creates an idea of rigidity or whatever. But I do wanna say that like, there's a difference between having a protocol, sticking to it, eating, having no drama, and going willy-nilly, not caring, just eating whatever. And I didn't want to go to that place, which is where we go usually when we're feeling frustrated and annoyed and we're relying on the scale for our feelings. So I was like, I'm in control of my feelings, right? I'm the one that can decide to be calm and content about this, or be upset, or, you know, just keep doing what I'm doing. And that's the energy that I want, is I just keep doing what I'm doing. Because all the thoughts went into my head about menopause and how I'm in menopause and how it's so hard for me to lose weight and it's like so tough. And then I want to tell you what my kind of goal is. I don't know if I said this in an earlier video, but my goal right now is 1 pound a week in 25 weeks. I'd like to lose 25 pounds in the next 25 weeks. That's my goal. So Sunday to Saturday, my goal is to have lost 1 pound. Now, if we do the math on that, that's about nothing. That's like 0.1 pounds a day, or a little bit, just 1.15 or something like that, right? Just a tiny bit of weight. So it's actually not even, can't even really see it on most scales. So what does that look like eating wise? That looks like calm, measured, slowly but surely, just, you know, eating the same stuff. Maybe you tweak a little bit here and there. And so what I thought to myself after the scale didn't move or whatever was, wow, look at me being so attached to this number. Let's not be attached. Let's let this go. And let's just eat the same stuff that we planned on eating yesterday. So that's kind of the energy I have today, which is great. I'll share what I had. I obviously had coffee. Can you tell? I had a half calf latte. So I woke up this morning, you know, it's always a rush to kind of get the kids going. And the first thing I had was some of those barrow nuts that I got, which are super delicious. I need to have some protein in my stomach first thing because of the medication. So then I also had a banana with that to kind of give me some carbs as well, because I was going to be going to a class. I was going to be doing some exercise, and actually like an actual kickboxing class, like with men. So I wanted to make sure I was like, had energy and stuff like that. And it was awesome. There was only 2 other people in the class besides the sensei, and I learned so much, and it felt so great to really actually learn how to punch, how to kick, and things like that. So that was super, super cool. I loved it, loved it, loved it. So I'm gonna try to go a few times a week to stuff like that. So I had the banana and the nuts, and then I decided that that was gonna be it. I wanted more food, but I was like, no, this will be fine for the class. And then when I got out of the class, I was quite hungry and I knew I wanted some protein. So I went and got a soy latte from Starbucks, half calf. It did have 1 pump of sugar in, which I believe I need to get rid of now. And then that was it. So that's what I've had so far. My next meal is going to be the smoothie, I think. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, so probably wait an hour or so if I can for that one. I'll have a smoothie, but I'm going to remove the date, and I'm going to have I've been doing too many bananas. I put like 1.5 or 2 bananas in, and I'm going to only do 1 banana. So I'm going back to the original recipe, which is much lower sugar. It's just 1 apple, 1 banana, all the lettuce, cinnamon, and a little bit of nuts. So I'm going to get real specific about that. I'm not sure if I used to use any milk in it, but I've been using almond milk. So I'm thinking, why don't I cut out that as well? Because what I'm doing is I'm paring down on little things that I just kind of added in over the last few years. refining is the word I like. Not restricting, but refining, right? Because I really want weight loss, but I don't want to lose the satiety feeling. So I'm going to have a lot of greens and things like that. I'm going to have a huge salad, but I changed my salad when I made it this morning too. So, you know, I had to make more salad. So we had some green or red leaf lettuce and romaine. I did a ton of that. I did a ton of shredded carrots. I shredded them myself. And then I did a red pepper, I think it was, some kind of a bell pepper. And I got to get some beans for that. And I'm going to forego the salad topper, which had a bunch of cranberry, sweetened dried cranberries in it. So I'm going to not use those. I might use a little bit of like hemp seeds, or maybe just a little bit of pumpkin seeds, but not use that salad topper anymore to pare down a bit. And I'm just going to have a big, huge bowl of it. And I think I'm going to skip the tahini and I'll just do the balsamic sort of glazed vinegar one. And then I had a quite large juice yesterday. It was about 16 ounces. So I'm going to try just an 8-ounce carrot lime juice. So I'll do an 8-ounce carrot lime juice and then the salad. So if I eat at about 1:30 or 2 the smoothie, that will definitely last me to 4 or 5. But I have some calls tonight. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to eat my salad. Well, the timing is not good. Maybe I can eat before my call. Let me see. Because the timing is not perfect and I want it. Okay, so I have it set between 4 and 5. Okay, so if I eat my salad at 4:30, that means I need to make my smoothie here in a few minutes and have that. Because I am starting to get a little bit hungry and I never want to eat when I'm not hungry. So that's what I'm going to try today. And notice what I'm doing is just experimenting and seeing what's going to work for my body. The reason I'm starting to vlog again is because I finally feel like I have something to offer as far as having done all this work over the last few years to shift my mindset back to nutritarian, right? Back to like whole foods, plant-based. We don't need any salt, oil, sugar, just a tiny bit of sugar right now, which I'm working on. And I really feel there now. I don't feel like I have those big cravings for anything. Like I said, we got a ton of junk food in the house, but not even interested. So I wanted to sort of wait until I was here to be able to share this stuff with you and show you actually how I'm doing it. But I also want to be really open and show you the frustrating part, because I hear this out of my clients all the time. The frustration with the hormones and the menopause and the, you know, I'm old so I can't lose weight, blah, 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 or I'm on medication so I can't lose weight. These stories that we have in our head, and I just don't believe them. I don't believe those stories. It's taken me quite a while to get to this point of like a lot of strength of like, nope, I don't believe this for myself. I'm going to lose weight even with all these circumstances of the medication. And I have been able to lose 5 to 10 pounds at a time, but I haven't been able to keep it because I kept going to junk food. And so I was working with Lydia on, I think, our first call. She's coaching me through this, and she was like, yeah, we can't even say whether the medication makes you lose weight or not, or gain weight or not, because you're still eating a bunch of junk food, and we got to clean that up first. There's a bunch of stuff that's going on in your head that's causing you to eat off-plan foods, right? So like when my mom was in town, whatever, like I would come up with excuses and be like, you know, just want to eat this or whatever. So I had to clean that up first. And I truly feel like I'm there now where I can start making nutritarian choices, as well as the crazy amount of exercise that I'm doing now, which I love, right? I feel like so strong. I feel so energetic and really able, and I've done some strengthening lately too. So I really feel good to be in this kickboxing class. And I'm going to do a couple other types of martial arts as well during the week, because I'm really, you know, I'm into fighting right now. So yeah, that's where I am. So I'm gonna have to do a meeting with somebody and I need to make my smoothie. So I think I will notice this is what happens in my head all day long. This is what I want you to do too, is just be thinking about how can I get this stuff in? How can I get in this food that's gonna be helpful, instead of going all day, ignoring your hunger, right? And then getting starved at night and eating the whole world, as someone said yesterday on a call. So I'm going to go down and make that smoothie real quick, have that with me on my meeting, do some other work, and then do my salad at 4. It's gonna be kind of a crunch for food, which I bet what's gonna happen is I'll do part of my salad at 4 and then I'll eat the rest at 7 or 7:30 when I'm done with my calls. But if I'm feeling satisfied, now what I'm deciding today, different than yesterday, is if I'm feeling kind of satisfied at 7:30, I'll just try to get through. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try to watch TV and just lay low in the evening. Maybe we'll watch a movie with the kids or something so that I can be not thinking about food and just get through so I can actually get some weight loss on the scale. That would be really wonderful, motivating. Though we won't use that for our feelings throughout the day, right? Okay, that's it for now. Bye.